15 astonishing facts about Lesotho, the hidden country you never knew existed. Lesotho, the country within a country. Nestled entirely within South Africa, Lesotho is a geopolitical rarity, one of only 3 independent nations completely surrounded by another country, alongside Vatican City and San Marino. However, unlike its European counterparts, Lesotho stands apart outside the Italian peninsula, making it a unique landlocked island with no exit except through South Africa. Yet, its isolation isn't the only remarkable feature. Lesotho is the only country in Africa where snowfall is a regular winter occurrence. The stunning Maloti Mountains transform into a snowy wonderland, drawing winter sports enthusiasts eager to ski and snowboard on the African continent. But why has Lesotho remained independent despite its small size and proximity to a much larger, more powerful neighbor? Many might assume it would have been absorbed into South Africa long ago. However, through historical resilience, strong cultural identity, and political strategy, Lesotho has maintained its sovereignty. Covering about 30,355 square kilometers, roughly the size of Maryland or slightly smaller than Belgium, Lesotho is a land of towering peaks and deep valleys. Its rugged terrain offers adventure seekers a playground for high-altitude hiking, horseback riding, and even the rare thrill of skiing in Africa. So, what's the true story behind Lesotho's independence? Why didn't it merge with South Africa? If this mystery intrigues you, let's uncover the fascinating history that has kept Lesotho a nation of its own. The Kingdom in the Sky, Lesotho. Lesotho earns its title as the Kingdom in the Sky with nearly 2/3 of its land covered in towering mountains. With an average elevation of 7,200 feet, higher than Denver, Colorado, it's the only country in the world entirely above 4,593 feet. Getting there, however, is no easy feat. The infamous Sani Pass, a steep, twisting road connecting South Africa to Lesotho, challenges even the most skilled drivers. Flying isn't much safer. Madikane Airstrip, one of the world's most dangerous runways, stretches just 300 feet before dropping off a 2,000-foot cliff. Pilots must gain enough speed before reaching the edge, relying on thin mountain air to lift off. Once you arrive, the adventure continues. At high altitudes, the air is 25% thinner, making simple tasks exhausting and altitude sickness a real threat. Headaches, dizziness, and fatigue can hit hard if you ascend too quickly. Planning a trip to this breathtaking kingdom? Preparation is key. Want expert tips on acclimating and making the most of your journey? Let us know. We've got you covered. Lesotho women and the controversial bride kidnapping custom. With a population of about 2.3 million, Lesotho has a unique social dynamic. Women make up 51.1% of the population, giving them a stronger role than in many other African countries. A striking example is their legal right to own land, a privilege that even some developed nations have yet to fully implement. Beyond land ownership, women are the backbone of Lesotho's economy. They dominate local markets, trading everything from agricultural produce and Basotho blankets to handcrafted jewelry. One particularly astonishing skill they possess is the ability to carry large water containers on their heads without using their hands, walking across mountainous terrain without spilling a single drop. However, not all traditions are as admirable. One of the most controversial customs is chobeliso, bride kidnapping. In the past, if a man feared rejection, he could bypass negotiations entirely by abducting his future bride instead of arranging a dowry. While once considered a legal shortcut to marriage, this practice is now widely condemned and has been criminalized, though it still lingers in some remote areas. Lesotho women are not just strong but also symbols of resilience and independence. Would you like to explore this fascinating culture further? Share your thoughts with us. Lesotho and Wales, an unlikely but powerful bond. At first glance, Wales and Lesotho couldn't be more different. One is a misty green land in the British Isles, the other a mountain kingdom in Africa. Yet these two nations share unexpected similarities and a deep, decades-long connection. Both are rugged, mountainous regions, where daily life often means navigating steep hills. And while Welsh and Sesotho sound completely different, they both feature unique phonetics that make them challenging for outsiders to master. Beyond these surface-level connections, their bond is official. Since 1985, Wales and Lesotho have been twinned, forming the world's first country-to-country partnership. This has led to real-world benefits. Over 130 schools have participated in exchange programs, and Welsh medical students have trained in Lesotho, helping to address the country's critical doctor shortage. With only one doctor per 17,700 people, Lesotho has greatly benefited from Welsh support and healthcare training, making a tangible impact on local communities. What began as an unlikely friendship has become a meaningful collaboration in education, medicine, and culture, proving that even the most unexpected connections can create lasting change. Beer culture, a tradition of sharing. In the US or Europe, beer is served in chilled mugs, cans, or bottles. But in Lesotho, don't expect a personal glass. Instead, you might be handed a large wooden bowl of beer, and the real surprise? You'll drink it with your hands. This isn't a mistake. It's a deep-rooted Basotho tradition. Their traditional beer, Yoala, is a fermented brew made from corn and sorghum, with a light alcohol content and a slightly sour, earthy taste. But its uniqueness lies not in its flavor, but in the way it's shared. Beer drinking in Basotho culture is a communal experience. Instead of individual servings, a single wooden bowl is placed at the center, and everyone drinks from it, either by scooping with their hands or using a shared wooden ladle. This practice isn't just about drinking. It's a symbol of trust, unity, and togetherness. For outsiders, it may seem unusual, but in Lesotho, beer isn't just a drink. It's a social bond. It brings people together, sparking laughter, storytelling, and lasting connections. Would you try this centuries-old tradition? One sip from the communal bowl, and you'll experience the true spirit of Basotho culture. Skiing in Africa, Lesotho's snowy secret. When you think of Africa, snow and skiing probably aren't the first things that come to mind. But in Lesotho, the kingdom in the sky, winter sports are a reality. At over 10,500 feet, 3,200 meters above sea level, Lesotho's temperate highland climate sets it apart from the rest of Africa. In winter, temperatures drop below 14 degrees Celsius, and the Maloti Mountains are regularly blanketed in snow, creating the perfect playground for skiers. The heart of this winter wonderland is a frisky mountain resort, southern Africa's only ski resort, perched at 10,570 feet, 3,222 meters. From June to August, it offers pristine slopes, stunning alpine scenery, and an experience rivaling European ski resorts. The best part? No experience required. A frisky provides lessons for beginners, so even if your only snow experience is slipping on ice, you can still hit the slopes. Not into skiing? Try snowboarding, tubing, or just soaking in the breathtaking views. So if you thought Africa was all deserts and heat, Lesotho is here to prove otherwise, with a ski trip you'll never forget. Modern cave dwellers, a living legacy. Think cave living is ancient history? Think again. In Lesotho's Berea district, some families still reside in centuries-old cave dwellings, preserving a way of life that dates back over 200 years. But these aren't dark, primitive shelters. The Combe Caves are a brilliant example of early sustainable architecture. Built in the early 19th century by Chief Tele of the Boshia clan, these caves weren't just homes. They were fortresses. In an era of chaos, they provided refuge from roaming cannibals, offering safety and survival. What makes these homes remarkable is their design. Unlike cold, damp caverns, the smooth mud walls are shaped like giant beehives, providing natural insulation, warm in winter, cool in summer, no heating or air conditioning needed. A true eco-friendly marvel ahead of its time. Incredibly, some fourth-generation descendants of the original cave dwellers still live here today, keeping traditions alive. Now a cultural attraction, the caves invite visitors to step into history, explore these unique homes, and experience cave living without giving up modern comforts. So, if you thought cave dwellers were a thing of the past, Lesotho is here to prove you wrong. Africa turns. Blankets into fashion icons. In most places, blankets stay on the bed. In Lesotho, they're a statement of identity, status, and tradition, worn proudly to work, social events, and even royal ceremonies. The right blanket can even earn you respect. The Basotho blanket isn't just for warmth. It reflects social hierarchy. Wrap yourself in a sienna morena, and you'd better be royalty, as this design is reserved for the elite. A young man in a molel blanket? He's marking his journey into adulthood. No suit required, just the right fabric. But this tradition isn't confined to Lesotho. In 2017, Louis Vuitton incorporated Basotho blanket patterns into its collection, turning them into a luxury fashion statement. If you've seen Black Panther or Avengers, you might recognize Wakandan warriors draped in designs inspired by Lesotho's heritage. From ancient tradition to runways and Hollywood, the Basotho blanket proves that history, culture, and fashion can be woven into one powerful symbol. The horseback market, where barter is king. Forget shopping malls and supermarkets. Lesotho's most fascinating market has no parking lots, cash registers, or credit cards. Instead, goods arrive on horseback, donkeys, and even cows, traveling rugged mountain trails to form a lively, makeshift marketplace that springs to life each week. Here, traders exchange Basotho blankets, fresh goat meat, corn, vegetables, and even live chickens, all through barter, not cash. A bag of corn might get you shoes, while a goat could be swapped for clothes. It's trade in its purest form, keeping commerce alive in a way that's both ancient and thriving. But watch your goods and your animals. With everything arriving on horseback or donkey, it's easy for mix-ups to happen. Traders must keep an eye on their four-legged companions, or they might find their donkey shopping for them, loaded with someone else's goods. In a world of digital payments, Lesotho's horseback market is a rare glimpse into the past. Simple, direct, and full of surprises. A travel paradise, the kingdom in the sky. If you crave stunning landscapes, thrilling adventures, and rich culture, Lesotho, the kingdom in the sky, belongs on your travel list. This high-altitude paradise offers dramatic mountains, pristine nature, and unforgettable experiences. Malatsunyane Falls, one of Africa's tallest waterfalls, plunges 630 feet, 192 meters, nearly twice the height of Niagara Falls. Stand before its roaring cascade and feel the awe. For adrenaline seekers, take on a bungee jump or zip line, soaring over the falls like you're floating in the sky. For off-road enthusiasts, Sani Pass is a must. This rugged, scenic road climbs to 9,436 feet, 2,876 meters, challenging mountain bikers and 4x4 adventurers alike. At the summit, Sani Mountain Lodge, Africa's highest pub, offers cold beers with jaw-dropping views. To experience Basotho history, visit Thaba Bosu Cultural Village, the legendary stronghold of King Moshoeshoe Dwers. Ride horses along ancient trails, explore traditional stone and straw roundhouses, and immerse yourself in Basotho traditions. Whether you seek heart-pounding adventure, cultural exploration, or breathtaking scenery, Lesotho is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Lesotho's biggest and most exciting festival. For a true taste of Lesotho's vibrant spirit, the Moriha Arts and Cultural Festival is the ultimate experience. Held annually in the historic town of Moriha, this lively event transforms the area into a dazzling showcase of music, dance, and tradition, drawing thousands of visitors. One of the festival's highlights is the stunning Basotho attire. From brightly colored blankets draped elegantly over shoulders to the iconic Mokorotlo hats, every detail celebrates the nation's rich heritage. Music is at the heart of the festival, blending Afro-jazz, gospel, and hip-hop with traditional Basotho rhythms. Street performers fill the air with the sounds of flutes and drums, creating an electrifying energy that makes it impossible not to dance. Adding to the magic, Basotho women take center stage, dressed in elegant, traditional outfits as they dance to ancient songs. Their graceful movements tell stories of resilience and love, while their radiant smiles and captivating presence enchant all who attend. For an unforgettable cultural experience, the Moriha Arts and Cultural Festival is a must-visit, where history, tradition, and modern creativity come together in a breathtaking celebration. Lesotho's hidden dinosaur legacy. Think Lesotho is just mountains and horseback trails? Think again. Beneath its rugged terrain lies a prehistoric marvel, one of the largest dinosaur footprints ever found. Discovered in the Maseru district, this colossal track belonged to Kyanthopus ambracali, a dinosaur nearly as big as a London double-decker bus. Standing 8.9 feet, 2.7 meters, tall and stretching over 30 feet, 9 meters, long, this ancient predator would have been a terrifying sight. Surprisingly, its footprints were first noticed centuries ago by European missionaries, who had no idea they were gazing at fossils from the early Jurassic period. In 2016, researchers from the National University of Lesotho rediscovered these tracks in Roma Valley, along with smaller theropod prints, evidence of a prehistoric world teeming with life. Their findings, published in PLOS 1, secured Lesotho's place on the global paleontology map. For fossil lovers, Lesotho isn't just the kingdom in the sky, it's a gateway to an ancient past, where every footprint tells a story millions of years old. A culinary paradise, the flavors of Lesotho. Lesotho's cuisine is a perfect blend of African tradition and mountain simplicity, offering hearty, flavorful dishes that reflect Basotho culture. At the heart of its culinary heritage is papa, a thick cornmeal porridge similar to polenta or grits, served with moro, stewed greens like kale or cabbage, and tender, slow-cooked meat. On chilly mountain nights, nothing is more comforting. For meat lovers, nama is a must-try. Whether beef or lamb, it's grilled over charcoal, infusing it with a rich, smoky aroma. A staple at celebrations, its sizzling scent fills the air, blending with Lesotho's crisp mountain breeze. No Basotho meal is complete without bo empobolo, a rustic, hollow bread baked in a cast-iron pot. With a crispy crust and soft interior, it's perfect for pairing with soups or curries, offering a satisfying mix of crunch and tenderness. From hearty stews to smoky meats and homemade bread, Lesotho's cuisine is a journey into the soul of the nation, best enjoyed on a mountaintop, surrounded by breathtaking views and fresh, crisp air. Cost of living in Lesotho, an affordable haven, compared to the U.S. and Europe. Lesotho offers a significantly lower cost of living than the U.S. and many European countries, making it an ideal destination for those seeking a fulfilling lifestyle on a budget. Housing is particularly affordable. A one-bedroom apartment in the capital, Maseru, costs only $250 to $400 per month, while a spacious three-bedroom house ranges from $500 to $700 per month, much cheaper than in major Western cities. Daily expenses are also very low. Shopping at local markets helps save significantly, with casual restaurant meals costing just $3 to $5, while upscale dining ranges from $15 to $25. Utility bills, including electricity, water, and internet, average $50 to $80 per month, while high-speed internet costs around $40 to $60. Thanks to its abundant hydropower resources, electricity in Lesotho is more affordable than in many Western nations. In terms of transportation, bus and taxi fares start at just $0.50 to $1 per trip, and fuel is also cheaper, averaging $1.20 per liter. With these advantages, a single person can live comfortably in Lesotho on just $600 to $1,000 per month, while a small family can maintain a stable lifestyle with $200 to $2,000 per month. Would you like to explore or even settle in this beautiful country? Leave a comment and let us know. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to join us on our next adventures.